So giving it a moment because we are doing this live, and so we'll give it a second to take effect and get a few people in there. You see on the lift behind me, my 24 Street Glide is slightly torn apart. That's because we're doing a bunch of projects on it, which is what this video is about. Now, I've done a lot of things to this bike, the 24 Street Glide, and we're headed to Canada in July. And so it's crunch time to get the things done that I hadn't yet did to it. I would do these things regardless if I was going to long distance tour. These are just the basically 4 mods I'm going to talk about here today. I would do regardless. Like I say, now it's crunch time and we got to get them done. Canada's coming. It's going to be a 12-day trip, well over 5,000 miles. We're going to be Alberta, BC. We're going to pop into Alaska. We're going all the way north to the Yukon Territory. It's going to be an epic trip. We're going to lay a lot of miles. So excited for that. And Harley Davidson is sponsoring in part that film. We're going to be shooting a documentary film that will be coming out on the channel, probably first episodically in September. So make sure you get subscribed, hit the bell icon, all that, so you're notified. It's going to be a great documentary film. I'm looking forward to getting it shot and then getting it into edit. But let's start over here. Everything I'm going to talk about in this video, links already in the description below for you. You can click right through to the Law Abiding Biker store and check them out. This is a huge thing, and that's the extended brake pedal, the stock OEM pedal. As a police motorcycle officer and instructor, everybody I get these to is just like, oh, the light bulb goes on. Once you have one of these, you will never want to return to the OEM. I'm not sure why engineers do it still that way. It is what it is. I'm sure they have their reasons. It's too short. I'm only 5'8". A 1-inch extension, which is what we sell right now, all of our models, is just perfect. It drops it, extends it out. That way, my foot at 5'8" isn't under the brake pedal for emergency situations. That's valuable time. With the stock one, you got to get out, up, over before you can start getting that brake on, where I can just go up and hit it. It's much more ergonomic too when we're doing low speed training, just getting to it. We're using our back brake a lot, and in combination with a bunch of other things when we're doing those drills, and it's very awkward. My foot's cocked in, it's back, it cramps up here. It's just an awkward position. And you add somebody like Lurch, who's behind the camera today at 6'4", it's a compounding problem. It's even worse. I'm, again, only 5'8". So these are our beloved extended brake pedals. I can't recommend this enough. It's actually the first thing, I think, one of the very first things we did to this bike. But at the time, we threw the solid on. All these models that I'm going to talk about, we have black or chrome, but we threw a solid on. It's what we had laying around here. We needed to get a film project done. We're crunch time here a lot around Law Abiding Biker Media, so we threw this on. So it is one of our Softbrake, amazing company. The reason we brought Softbrake to our store is because they're American. They're an American company. Their product is American made right here. We're in Washington State. They're right over in northern Idaho. Everything is manufactured right here. Good people, bikers, good company. So Softbrake available in the Law Abiding Biker store. But we also do carry a Kuryakyn pedal. They're great quality too. We sold these for years before we got set up with the Softbrake. So we still do sell these, but Kuryakyn's been sold off about 3 times, or 2 or 3 times in the past years. And so they come and go in stock and what access we have to them. So we do have a bunch in the Law Abiding Biker store, but like I say, they come and go because they're, Softbrake's an American company. We love supporting that, obviously, America. But they can get them to us too, and don't go in and out of stock. But and make no mistake about it, we sold these. I ran this for years before Softbrake, and the Kuryakyn's a great model. So I'm going to put another Softbrake on. That's my choice. And I'm going to put this, you can see it has cutouts. Black or chrome, all these guys, black or chrome. And we've also got one with holes in it. Kuryakyn has different styles. Just go over to the store, hit the link, you'll see all the different, you can pick what you want. But I wanted a little more style up there. It's the same exact thing, flattens it out and extends it 1 inch in just that much more natural position. So that's really all we're doing here is we've already got the bike torn apart, you can see here. And we'll get rid of this one here. And we will put this guy on there. And of course we got to button everything down, but Yeah, it's going to look really good. Just to add a little style, just a little bit of personal preference. So again, extended brake pedals, can't recommend them enough. And a link description below. All right, so moving back, I've done a lot of videos of recent on this. I'll tell you this, we are just a bootstrap company of bikers trying to help as many bikers as we can worldwide here on the channel. So we appreciate you considering shopping in the Law Abiding Biker store for this stuff. It definitely helps us out. We appreciate every customer. We will definitely take care of you. We're just bikers helping bikers, guys. We're not one of the big conglomerates. We actually live, eat, breathe motorcycles. We use a lot of this stuff. As you can see, we install it. So with that said, what I'm saying is one of the benefits of the Law Abiding Biker store is if you go over to the product listings, anything I'm talking about, and you scroll to the bottom of any of those listings, there's very detailed, completely free, step-by-step tutorial videos on how to do this yourself. We get a lot of views on those videos, along with there might be 2 or 3 videos embedded. Maybe one's a review, maybe one's the actual install, but go over anywhere on our store. Easiest way to find videos to see if we have a video for that particular product. And on all these, we have multiple videos on all of these listings, including this. Don't pay a mechanic. You can do this. It's not rocket science. Okay. So these hydraulic systems, or the cable systems that they came out with on Harley and Indian, the Indian does it too. They're an old school, outdated cable clutch system. And a lot of manufacturers besides Harley and Indian, including my Husqvarna dirt bike over here, you might see in a minute, literally 2-stroke dirt bike running hydraulic clutch. Okay, hydraulic is premium. As a police motorcycle officer instructor, I can tell you that. We're not going to get into that. I've talked about it before on videos. It's a way better system, both maintenance wise and keeping up, and the consistent feel of it, and just the way it operates and how the lever is. There's a lot of different reasons. Again, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. Go watch my previous video on those listings if you want to learn about that. So, what are you pointing at, Lurch?
Just pointing where the...
Oh, yeah, I see it. Okay, Lurch distracted me, but I'm not there yet. So this right here is an absolute, we are the #1 seller of these right from the Law Abiding Biker store. And if you guys know, we are trying to keep them in stock. We are the only ones that have them. We bought out all the wholesalers. We were moving them so fast. So now, we are the only ones left with them. So we do have them in stock right now, but I would grab them while you can, because we're trying to buy as many as we can to keep those in stock. And granted, they can manufacture them fast enough for our needs. That's been another problem. So, and just the materials they need. But this is the Mueller Power Clutch 2.0. Go over to this listing. We have 2 Mueller clutch listings and great fitment tabs. It will tell you if it will fit. But basically what this little guy does, it literally turns your cruddy cable clutch system and makes it feel as close as it can to a hydraulic system without actually doing a complete hydraulic conversion. It makes your cable clutch system great. Again, truly reduces your lever pull by up to 45%. That's no joke. We're putting this on anybody that knows us or hangs around us, these are going on their bikes, guys. They're just loving these things. But it just makes a much more linear pull, a much easier pull. You're going to have a wider friction zone. That's where you're neither complete clutch out or in. You're in that. A lot of times when we're controlling our bikes, we're in that friction zone a lot. So your clutch isn't all the way out or all the way in. It's somewhere in that friction zone. It widens that out, makes it much more forgiving, especially if you're a beginner at low speed drills. It's really going to flatten the learning curve because it's not so grabby, and it gives you a lot better area. But that's the Mueller Power Clutch. You can do this, guys. Our detailed video walk you right through it. And basically, if you come look in here, essentially what this is just ramps, and we're putting new ramps in here, and our video will show you all this. But that's the Mueller Power Clutch 2.0 ramp that's going to go in there, and that is the magic right there. That is all the magic. There's 2 pieces in there. Additional magic you'll see is this guy right in here, and that's your actual Bowden adjuster replacement. If you don't know what a Bowden is, you'll see it on your 24 and newers, actually 21 and newers when Harley went back to cable. They've got a cheap plastic adjuster. I call it an auto manual adjuster. It's just got a red button on it, a predetermined spring with a tension, and you can pop the red button out. It takes what they believe you should have tension out of there, and then you push the red button back in. The problem with that system is, number one, it's plastic. It has less people stranded. It can get brittle, weathered, heat, all that. And you don't have fine-tune adjustment. So your lever, Lurch just got a new bike, and in fact, we're putting this whole system on his.
Mine sucks.
Yeah, he just yelled. If I heard him, it sucks. It's all the way out at the very end. Like I got on his bike, I'm like, where is it going to engage? Oh, right. It's horrible. And you can't adjust that with that stock adjuster. You can't bring that in so that you can get that clutch to engage where you want off the grip. So that's what this does. It not only replaces the plastic there, but this is all part of that linear pull, and you know, it's just metal. It's going to be completely, so it just adds to the ramps already. And this is how you get that hydraulic clutch feel on a cable clutch bike. Again, these things walk literally off our shelf. So if you see them, I would grab them. We're doing the best we can for you, but you won't find them anywhere else, only at the Law Abiding Biker store right now. So that replaces the Bowden there. And we'll get that all in there again. The video's over there. You can get it adjusted or get it installed and adjusted how you want. So that's all you would really need for your cable clutch system. But I add a couple more things. It's the icing on the cake. So I also added a Fat Baggers upper clutch cable. I'll show you what that's about. We've done, go over to those listings. I get a lot more in detail about breaking everything down, because you do have some choices on whether you want a Fat Baggers cable or you want just a Fat Baggers adjuster, or if you want to go full and do the Mueller and actually get less lever pull. Very detailed videos. And so then you can watch and decide exactly, okay, this is what I want. It's going to be based on what you want and what your budget is, but it's a complete overhaul of the clutch system, and I give you a lot of options and a lot of choices. But here's what I went with Fat Baggers. I went with the upper clutch cable. So we're going to just move around this side of the bike. The reason I like this is, like a lot of bikes, like if you look at my KLR over here, we won't go over to it, but it's got, you know, it actually has a cable clutch. My Husqvarna over here, it has a hydraulic, but a lot of bikes, you know, they have the little cable adjuster right up on here. We know with Harley and Indian, it's over on the side. Actually, I think Indian's down here, but they're not up at the controls. And so what this beautiful Fat Baggers upper clutch cable does for me is it puts that little star wheel right there. So I can literally sit on my bike and I can make adjustments right there on how far out, where I want my clutch to engage off the grip. Literally sitting on my bike, and I test it, adjust it a little more. This is very, a lot of bikes do it this way. And, you know, unfortunately with Harley, it's over on the right side. It's fine, but you got to reach down under here, or you got to get off the bike or have a buddy help you. Again, and with that Mueller clutch, the Bowden replacement, that's where it's going to be. So what I'm doing is putting this instead. So I'm not going to have any adjustment over there. I don't even need to replace the Bowden. You just get rid of it and you run this upper clutch cable. Again, if this is confusing, go over to the videos at the listings at the Law Abiding Biker store, where you'll get a full understanding of the different options. But that's my setup. So I'm doing that, and that allows me to adjust everything right from seated position on the bike. And then of course, the icing on the cake. You guys, if you follow the channel, know these are my beloved PSR Anthem Pro. This particular model, we've got 4 different models, but this is the bee's knees, and y'all know how cool bee's knees are. This is it. This is the Anthem Pro, and of course we've got colored ends. I went with the gold because I'm high end, so to speak. But you can go all different colors. But you can see the adjustment wheel up here with the Anthem Pros. This has so many clicks of adjustment. So once I get my gross adjustment here with this guy and kind of get this to engage where I want, then at any time, just like the other day, one of my buddies rode my bike and he didn't like where I had it. So then he can just click this. I told him, click the wheel and get the clutch where you want. That's Lou, the studio dog. If you heard that, he's here's other dogs, but you can just keep adjusting this guy. So much adjustment. And then when I got the bike back after I let him borrow it, I just adjusted it back to where I like it. So again, this is going to be more of a gross adjustment, and then you're going to get your fine tune. And if you want the perfect clutch system, Lou, if you want the perfect clutch system to make your cable clutch system great again, putting these items like I did, it's perfection. It's just awesome. It's, you know, a hydraulic still going to be better in my opinion, slightly, but this gets it so close you probably wouldn't notice anymore. But again, just all that adjustment and all that versatility. So some of the major things, if you guys, I really want to do a video. I've done a lot of stuff to the bike since I've got it, a lot of stuff. And those videos drip out. But I'm thinking before we go to Canada in July, leave the comments below, guys, on what you think about all this stuff. And also, if you want me to do a walk around video, a real brief, well, I'll briefly discuss each thing as I go around the bike, like how I'm set up to go to Canada for 12 days. It's a hardcore trip. We're going to hit all kinds of weather. The gear I'm carrying, of course, it's all stuff I've reviewed and tested in the Law Abiding Biker Store, but I could literally do a walk around of the bike and go, this is how my bike is set up for a hardcore, you know, 5,000-6,000 mile trip, 12 in the comments below if that's a video you guys would be interested in. I've been long distance touring for a lot of years and I know what works, what doesn't work. If you carry too much gear or not enough gear, I can give all that. So I think we covered all the things that we're doing today.
One good question.
Yeah.
If you install the Mueller and you adjust it, but you're like all the way out to the last thread, what's the common cause of that?
If you're out to the last thread, yes. So watch our video is what I would tell you, because you won't have that problem. But here's the common mistake that people make when you're he's installing a Mueller, right? And he's out on the Bowden to the last, you probably didn't do an internal. You have to take this plate, your clutch plates internally. We show this to you in our detailed video on how to do this, but we've got it all the way backed out. Then you make your internal adjustment here. You have your Bowden backed all the way out, I'm sorry, I don't know your sign language.
All the way in, so there's...
Right, you make sure it's as loose as possible, okay? Make sure your Bowden cable is as much slack in your cable as you can. And then this is all the way out too. And then you make your internal adjustment. We show you how to do that. Go to the listing in the Law Abiding Biker Store, find the video. Once you adjust internally, then you go over and you make your final adjustments on your Mueller Bowden system. That is probably your issue if you're running into that. Anything else on that? Great question, and thanks for asking. That's why we always tell guys, go to the Law Abiding Biker Store, find the video, because you'll save yourself a lot of frustration because we don't skip anything. We've been doing this for over 14 years, making tutorial videos. We know how to teach you how to do it. So a lot of guys get frustrated. We send them a link to our video and they're like, oh, should have watched the video. Yeah, I would watch the video before you do the install. I'm not saying you didn't, whoever that question was. I appreciate you asking the question. There are no dumb questions on this channel, guys. So I appreciate all of you. Appreciate all you tuning in. Hopefully that was some helpful information. But again, if any of that spurred you to be like, I'm actually interested in that, again, go to the links below the video, find the listing, scroll to the bottom, watch all the videos. It'll be very educational. And then if you do jump on something, you're like, yeah, I want to do that, then you can go to the tutorial video that's also there and save yourself a bunch of money and have the pure satisfaction of wrenching on your own bike, knowing that it is done right. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Peace. We are out of here because we got to put my bike back together.